Yeah, good evening. Just want to welcome you again to another live from the What's in Your Hand Working channel. As you can see on the thumbnail, this life is a milestone life for me because I am aiming to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm trying to see if it is possible on this live. So for today's live, what I want to do is that I'm going to make a family value sign and also to make the frames for the signs that I had made in the last stream. So that's pretty much what I'm doing for this live today. So you can check out this live. I'm glad to be here today. So as I said, I will be making a family portrait sign, one that will depict the family value. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing for today. The day started off a bit rainy. I thought that it wouldn't be possible for me to do a live. So, but as I looked through the window, I saw that the sun was peeking out, and I decided that guess what? The weather started off bad, or not bad. It started off rainy. I don't consider rain to be a bad thing because we know that rain is important to our ecosystem to help the plants to grow and bring plants to its full maturity. So it started off by the day being rainy, but so but eventually it turned out to be well. Just checking in the chat to see who is on with me. So that's pretty much what I've been doing today. I have actually made some signs, so I want to frame them because I want to have them in my backdrop. I've been using this board that I made. Originally it was intended to be a barn board. For some reason, the board that I used to make it was not properly designed, and as a result it started to warp. But I was contemplating if I should throw it into the dumpster or keep it. But what I learned that I can actually use it for something, so I'll be using it to make signs and my frames for my picture frames. So what I'll be doing now is that I'll be ripping it down on my table saw, 2 dimensions. Let me bring the saw into the view of the camera so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So I'll be ripping this down and then ripping down the strips for the picture frame. Thanks again guys for joining this live. So let me kick it off by starting my push stick because I'm practicing safety in the workspace. So I think I may have to turn this way in order to have the length that I need for the saw. So what I'll be doing now, I'll be ripping down this first, ripping out this first piece, getting this piece off. 5 3/4 there. Like that. like I can get at least 2. Let me get my tape measure to measure it down to 24 inches. Hi, thanks for joining this live. So I'm going for 24 inches. Actually, I got this job site saw over like a year ago. It is built by Skills. It's a 10-inch job site saw, and I've been loving it. Very compact, lightweight. Frames, paint them before I actually cut them down to the actual size that I need. I'm not really getting the boards down smooth. I'm just sanding them down. So that's what I want to do. I'm trying to keep as much of the patina in the board. This is actually the natural coloration that came up. That slightish grayish looking color. So I want to keep that. You can see what the board look like. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rip down the strips that I want to use for the picture frame. So I'm going to go for the picture frame. Shortly from now, I'll be doing some letter engraving with my router and a 90-degree bit. And I make it for my family portrait. So what I want to do now is that I want to rip down some pieces of strip. Some check what the thickness that I want to give it. Yeah, we're going to rip down some pieces of strip. Get my tape. Of experience the devastation of hurricane. Still up to this keep in mind. So just one side. What I want to do now, this is kind of a slow process, but I think I'm getting there. I'm going to get my little sander and give this a light sun. And I'm going to heat them and put them aside to dry for a while. And then I get back to the actual other phase in terms of sanding. Different sandpaper. And I remember learning this from the last live stream, that you make sure that you line up all these holes to ensure that the sandpaper lasts a little bit longer. So it says for better dust collection. that phase of the build. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use some acrylic paint. Paint these strips. Really must use some acrylic paint to paint these strips. Yeah. Definitely enjoying how the day is going so far. Yeah. So I'm going to paint these strips with this acrylic paint. I'm actually painting them in black. I'm actually just painted it with black, but I still want some of the actual color, the board to pop out. So I'm just giving it a light fast the paint. Don't necessarily want to make it fully pitch black. This one the finish that I'm going for. That's one down. Put it here to dry. Next one. Yeah. This is actually acrylic paint. So even though the sides that I'm going to put them on, one is going to be used indoor, the other two is going to be outdoor, but I won't allow them to stay outside at night, so I'm taking them up. Try my best to preserve them in terms of the history. I want to ensure that when I move into my shop, that I'll be carrying these signs with me. Remind of where I started from in terms of my outdoor shop. So that's my aim. That's my aim to really preserve my signs, because I want to be able to look at them just in case I'm alive the next 20 years, the next 15 years, to say these were something that I truly cherish or value, let me put it that way. So it could be a constant reminder of where I came from in terms of how I started off in my woodworking journey, working from my backyard shop or my outdoor shop, and it is definitely going to be something that I cherish. It's would be a reminder that one, I would have grown, two, I would have not forgotten where I came from, you know. And I look at it this way, like from one subscriber adding up to leading up to the actual intended goal for this year, which is 1,000 subs. And over the years, I've kept constant watch on my subscription, and I have to say that whenever someone sub to my channel or subscribe to my channel, I am grateful, joyful, elated. I cannot find enough adjectives to describe exactly how I feel, but one thing for sure, I know that it definitely brings me a great level of joy in the sense that people took the time out to subscribe to a young channel, young upcoming woodworking content creator like me, to see what I am making, to see, and also not only just to see, but some of the time you guys even give me instructions, especially on the life of what I can try to do to improve. One, my glow up. One, the other day my sanding, and you constantly seek to help to advance me more and more on this journey. And for that I am truly grateful. I normally ask questions, like one of the questions that I like to ask is, do you guys have any hobby? Anything that you're currently trying to advance in, whether it's woodworking or reading books, playing musical instruments. I've always liked the guitar, but I've never took it seriously enough to really sit down to learn how to play it. That's one goal of mine that I think I want to accomplish. So I think I would have to maybe find time to schedule it in my busy schedule. So those are stuff that I am currently contemplating. Yeah. So those are things that I am actually contemplating at this moment. So also advance my music out. So let's do that way. So as I said that and I have a couple of interesting bills coming up. I have a table that I wanted to make for about 2 years. I've been delaying it because it requires at least 5 to 6 gallons of epoxy. But I think I'm still going to do it. What I'm going to do is that it might take a while, but I'm going to start to buy 2 gallons of epoxy and keep it store it up. Straight up until I have the actual amount. The reason for that is that this project is one that I'm going to use over might be 1,000 or 500 up to 1,000 scrap pieces of board to make the concrete table. So that's what I'm going to do. You will see whenever I make it. I don't think that will be made on a live. I will definitely make a long format video and post it. So I'm just giving you guys a head start in terms of looking for what I'm going to make in the near future. I think I might do it maybe the next couple of months from now because it is getting cold, and I realize that whenever I try to use the epoxy when it is cold, I don't know if it's because in here where I put it to dry is too cold. It tends to not come out the way I expect it to be, but nevertheless, I think I'm going to try. I think I'm going to try. Because that's definitely something that has been on my mind that I want to make. And the only way you will get that level of satisfaction or feel accomplished is to do the foot. Just put it to the wheel and make it. Another project that I want to actually try also is that I always wanted to make a stone cutting board, and I had a piece of maple stuff that I got. It's about like maybe 30 inches or 28 inches in diameter and about 6 to 7 inches thick. So I want to use it to make a stump cutting board. That is the next project on the table also. Plus I also want to make a cutting board that I saw on Etsy that was made from pinewood. I think it was made from yellow pine. And I have some old growth pine that is well cured and dry, fully dry. I want to use that to actually make a cutting board. Plus I have a coffee table that I want to make. But one of the challenges that I have is that I have to free up my space in order to make stuff. So those are projects that I have upcoming in the pipeline. Yeah. While I'm going to put these aside for them to dry. These aside and let them dry while I work on my next project. I'll be making a family portrait, a sign that contains my family goals and values, something that we plan to live by. So we want to make it and put it in the house so that we can look at it as a reminder, whenever we see, ensure that we keep ourselves on track. That is actually also a Bible principle that we have seen while reading scriptures. If we read through Deuteronomy chapter 6 and 7, we will see where God would have instructed the children of Israel to write the 10 Commandments on their doorposts. And if you look at where he told them to place it, it will be at the doorpost where they enter their house. So that means they will see it, and it will constantly be before them. So this is why we are making this sign. It is something that we want to be constantly before us, so that we can instill it as a core family structure to pass it on down to generations of the family. So that's the current goal that we are aiming for. So that's pretty much what is in the pipeline. So if you have your family goals, you can use the same principle. You can make a sign or a wall art with it and just place it on your walls somewhere where you sit regular, maybe your living room, your bedroom, your bathroom, places where you spend time with. So whenever you look upon it, you can think about your actual goals that you would have set and how you're going to accomplish them. So basically that's what's in the pipeline for me. Yeah. you're seeing this, but this is how the board is looking. Yeah. Put this. I'm gonna put these aside. Put these aside to dry. These aside to dry. That's pretty much for that. I'm going to run the upstairs and come back just for a minute. Guys, sorry about that, but it seems as if my tripod has fallen. So now I want to go through another phase to get these things out. So I'm going to get the picture frames that I want to frame now. Get that out of the way. Let me get this in some water. So these are the actual frames that I'm going to frame. So So here you go. So if you look at it like this, put it this way, you can have a basic idea of the looks that I'm going for with this. Yeah. Now I need to get my plug in my compressor. Fill up compression. Miters. So let me cut the first one. Oh, plug in the wrong thing. Ah. need a pencil, man. It's not working out for me. Yeah. Yes. This is much better. Much better. Let me see if I can shoot up this one first. Get this one. Right? Yeah. Hour and 30 minutes margin or hour thereabout. So I just want to get this one. Yes. So if you remember, I said that I was going to use this as my shock mechanism to mount these the frame. So now I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do that. You can That's what they're yeah. That's what it means that you have to check before you do stuff. What I didn't do, I did look to see where the words were actually. Nah, bro, you're not the one. So I didn't actually check to see if the letters were actually the right orientation. Going back to the drawing board to make sure that I get it right. Yep. Yeah. This should be it. Oh man. Do something right. Not doing something right. Got it wrong a while ago. I got it wrong, man. Yeah. Oh. Just what I'm doing wrong. Bear with me, guys. It should be like this. Let me see how it look in the background. Hope you guys are seeing it. Let me zoom in more to it. So that's one of the signs that I have made for my backdrop. So that So there you can see it is up in the backdrop. I'm going to let it remain there for the duration of this build. Duration of what I'm doing today. Definitely like it. So that's really one down. So I definitely want to thank you guys for joining this live. Let me show my face before I end the live. So as you can see, that's one of my sign down. That's like, I am actually feeling proud of it. I like exactly how it looks. There are some that little imperfections to it in terms of the joints, the miter angles. But I'm liking it the way it is, and I think I'm going to let it remain that way. One other question that I would like to ask is, let me show you guys again. Do you think I should change the color for the lettering and make it black, or just let it remain the same? That's just a question that I'm asking. You can always let me know in the comment section, because I check every single comment, as if there's not thousands of comments, but I ensure that I check every single one of them. So you can let me know in the comment section. And I just want to say thanks to you guys again for joining this live. I look forward again to see you on our next live whenever I go live again. And that's it from What's in Your Hand Woodworking. Thanks again. See you guys next time.